Welcome to the new lesson in physics. We have intrinsic semiconductors. As we already discussed, semiconductor without any added impurity is called as intrinsic semiconductor. Germanium and silicon are the examples of intrinsic semiconductors in elemental form. And we know in the case of silicon and germanium, in the outermost shell, we have 4 electrons each. For silicon, the electronic configuration you have 284, and in germanium 28184. That means the valence electrons are 4 in number. And these 4 valence electrons will be taking part in covalent bond formation with the neighboring 4 atoms. The case is the same for silicon and germanium. Here the structure of silicon crystal is shown. So one silicon atom shares the 4 electrons, valence electrons, with the neighboring 4 silicon atoms. So at absolute zero temperature, all the valence electrons will be taking part in bond formation and will be a part of the bond. So the number of free electrons available will be equal to 0. So in terms of band theory, we can say that all the valence electrons will be in the valence band and the conduction band will be empty. Hence, at 0 Kelvin, the semiconductor acts as an insulator. Now, as the temperature increases, the bound electrons, they break the bond and come out of the bond. That means some of the electrons, they acquire energy and they come out of the covalent bond and they become free electrons. And when they become free electrons, a vacancy will be produced in the site from where it is moving. And that electron vacancy produced is called as Hall. So when an electron moves from the bond, actually the vacancy produced, it behaves as a positive charge because the electron, when it moves, it is having a negative charge with it. So the vacancy produced by this movement, it is behaving like a positive charge. So the electron vacancy which is produced, we call that electron vacancy as Hall, and the Hall behaves as an equivalent positive charge. So when the electron acquires, when the bound electron acquires energy and when they become free, actually free electron hole pairs are created. So due to temperature change or due to the rise in temperature, free electron hole pairs are created. So in an intrinsic semiconductor at a high temperature, number of free electrons will be equal to number of holes. Now let's discuss the movement of these charge carriers. Consider a hole at position 1. So this hole, since it is an electron vacancy, it will show an electron affinity. So an electron in position 2 can be attracted towards this particular hole which was in position 1. So now the electron has come to position 1. So now the hole is in position 2. And another electron, bound electron in position 3 can be attracted towards this particular hole and that vacancy is filled. So now position 2 it is a bound electron and position 3 we have hole. So like this we can say that holes can move. So actually hole, when we say due to the rise in temperature, free electron hole pairs are created. Free electron, as the name suggests, they are free to move. So they contribute towards conductivity. And at the same time, these holes also contribute towards conductivity because like this, that means when the bound electrons, when they shift their position to fill this gap, we call it as hole. To fill the hole, when the bound electrons move, that movement also constitute towards conductivity, or it constitute towards current, we can say. Thus, in an intrinsic semiconductor, there are two types of mobile charge carriers. They are free electrons and holes. Now consider the situation when such a sample of intrinsic semiconductor at a high temperature is connected to a battery. So in the intrinsic semiconductor, there are some free electrons and equal number of holes. When it is connected to a battery, actually one side it becomes positively charged and the other side becomes negatively charged. And due to the positive potential on the right hand side, the free electrons will be attracted towards right hand side, and due to the negative potential on left hand side, the holes will be attracted towards left hand side. So the movements of these free electrons and holes constitute a current. Since the free electrons are moving towards the right side, the electric current produced by their movement is in the direction opposite to the direction of movement of electrons. That means here it will be in the direction from right to left. And due to the movement of holes, that is towards left side, the negative side, that movement also produces a current which is hole current, and its direction is from right to left. So effectively both the electron current and hole current are in the same direction, and hence the total current will be the sum of these two currents. In between the movement of these free electrons and bound electrons, it may so happen that one free electron combines with a hole, and that electron it becomes a bound electron. This process is called as recombination. So when a free electron combines with a hole, it becomes a bound electron. In an intrinsic semiconductor, both these processes, that is generation of charge carriers and recombination, will be taking place. But at thermal equilibrium, both these processes will be same. That means the rate of generation of charge carriers will be the same as the rate of recombination. Thus, intrinsic semiconductor means a semiconductor in its pure form. And in intrinsic semiconductor, the number of free electrons is equal to the number of holes, and under the action of an electric field, that's what we mean by when it is connected to a battery. These holes move towards negative potential, giving rise to hole current, and the free electrons, they move towards positive potential, giving rise to an electron current, and both these currents are in the same direction, and effectively the total current will be equal to the sum of these currents, that is I is equal to IE plus IH. Now this shows the energy band diagram of intrinsic semiconductor at T equal to 0 and at T greater than 0. At T equal to 0, we can see that all the valence electrons, they are in the valence band and the conduction band is empty. That means no free electrons are there in the conduction band. That means the intrinsic semiconductor, it behaves as a perfect insulator at absolute zero temperature. But when the temperature increases, as we discussed earlier, free electron hole pairs are created, which makes the presence of a few electrons in the conduction band. Here we have some free electrons in the conduction band and same number of holes are there in the valence band. So the presence of free electrons in the conduction band and the holes in the valence band increases the conductivity of the intrinsic semiconductor at a higher temperature. And about holes, the vacancy of electrons or deficiency of electrons in the valence band, we call it as hole, and it is equivalent to a positive charge. And in a semiconductor, both electrons and holes, they are considered as the charge carriers or the mobile charges.